Oleksandr Usyk.
Oleksandr Usyk can become the first boxer to collect 4 world heavyweight titles and also become the absolute champion in 2 weight categories. To do this, Ukrainian needs to defeat the giant Tyson Fury, and Usyk is the main candidate for this. After all, as we noticed in the fight against the Swede Otto Wallin, Fury's weakness is maneuverability and speed, high pace and multi-punch combinations, in which Usyk succeeded the most in the past. And now we will show it to you in this video, so sit back, drop a like, which will help our channel in development, subscribe to the channel, and enjoy watching. Oleksandr Usyk is such a talented and hard-working person that at the age of 36 he became one of the best boxers of our time, having won the most prestigious trophies and reached big achievements. Only in the amateur ring, Oleksandr became the repeated champion of Ukraine, European champion, world champion, and of course, the absolute champion.
Oh, that's better from Russo.
Cracking left hand by the Italian. Not too far from his 2 former Italian Olympic gold medal winners, the great Nino Benvenuti and Patricio.
Olympic champions are in great demand with the best promoters in the world, but Usyk's case can be considered as an exception because after becoming Olympic champion, Oleksandr did not switch to professional boxing. He decided to try his hand at a semi-professional boxing league, becoming a member of the newly created Team Ukrainian Ottomans, for which he made his debut on January 11th, 2013, having fought 6 fights for them and getting 6 victories.
Decision. All 3 judges have the same scorecard by way of 50 to 45 for your winner, and representing Ukraine Ottomans, Oleksandr Usyk. A fine effort from Joe Joyce, ladies and gentlemen.
What a magnificent match this has been this evening.
November 2013 became a significant date both for Ukrainian fans and for all boxing fans, since Oleksandr Usyk finally joined the ranks of the professionals by signing a contract with K2 Promotion. For 3 whole years, Oleksandr proved that he is a top boxer and deserves the title of a champion, and on September 17th, 2016, the entire boxing world was shocked because a new world champion appeared in Gdansk, Poland, and with it the owner of a new world record. After the fight against Glowacki, Oleksandr had 2 more title defences, and after that, he was invited to participate in a unique professional WBSS tournament. The first opponent in this tournament was the German Marco Huck. Following Huck, the Latvian WBC champion Mairis Briedis also suffered a defeat. And now the most anticipated fight, which was the final of that tournament, was the fight between Oleksandr Usyk and the Russian Murat Gassiev. It was originally planned that the fight would take place on neutral territory, but something went wrong, and the fight took place in the capital of Russia, Moscow. The Ukrainian cat entered the ring in the status of an underdog, but what happened in the ring simply cannot be described in words. It was a phenomenal victory.
Perpetual motion of Oleksandr Usyk, and there's a big right hand. And it's still fighter with a perfect record tonight. Took the O of Krzysztof Glowacki, Michael Hunter. Changing conversation there, Kraft.
It's the punch output. I mean, he's
freely as Mercury, deep into this 12th and final round. The 10-second clapper not audible, and Oleksandr Usyk gets on his bike as the bell sounds to conclude the 12th and final round.
After winning the status of the absolute world champion, Oleksandr decided to have a voluntary defense of his titles against a very tough fighter who managed to create a sensation twice, being in the status of an underdog and defeat heavyweight legend David Haye.
Что Тони Белью хочет победителя этого турнира, и он как раз боксирует в супертяжелой весовой категории. Он же меня увидит, когда я говорю: "Hey, my dear friend, я готов."
Bellew also entered the ring against the Ukrainian phenomenon in the status of an underdog, and in this fight he also managed to shock many, because at the time the fight was stopped, the Brit was leading on points against someone who seemed to be one of the most technical boxers of our time.
Oleksandr Usyk's. Well, we'll see. I mean, it is very close. I've got Bellew ahead because round 2, 3 and 4 was good, but good right.
Surprise, respect, criticism, all these words can describe the transition of Oleksandr Usyk to heavyweight.
Мы с командой решили переходить в супер тяжелую весовую категорию.
The debut in this category turned out to be much more difficult than planned because so many emergencies have occurred that it would have seemed that heaven itself was delaying this moment. First, Usyk's injury, followed by the unwillingness to fight of Cameroonian Carlos Takam. Then 10 days before the fight, Usyk's new opponent, K1 legend Tyrone Spong, failed a doping test, and at this stage, the black streak of the Ukrainian has ended. Unfortunately for Oleksandr, local boxer volunteered to take part in the fight against Usyk. Chaz Witherspoon became the first opponent of Ukrainian in the new category.
Hey, Steve Smoker, if you're in the... Yeah, Chaz Witherspoon is gassed. This fight is over.
Having challenged Derek Chisora on October 31st, 2020, the period after became one of the most difficult stages in the career of the Ukrainian. Since the Briton, nicknamed The War, showed a great will to win, chasing Oleksandr around the corners for 4 rounds until he himself ran out of steam and lost the fight by judges' decision.
To get that world title fight.
He's been hit by bigger punches, but it's the accuracy and the timing.
He's so clever with his feet and his boxing brain. He's trying to get into this. Combination from Oleksandr Usyk. He's got a wonderful left hand. Super talent.
Yeah, super talent. Like I said, from there.
Champion Oleksandr Usyk.
Having defeated Chaz Witherspoon and Derek Chisora, Oleksandr was subject to huge criticism as he got these victories with difficulty, but somewhere with great damage for himself. And so when Usyk entered the ring against the huge British favourite Anthony Joshua, many thought the fight was done before it even started. But the result surprised everyone.
Maybe the chest area at the minute. Just keep trying right now. This is about speed, this is about ring IQ, this is about trying to lure the other guy into making a mistake. Good left hand. But I think Joshua's doing the right thing as well as in his, early on, while the lighter man, the faster man, is going to have that little edge in speed.
Joshua, but it's been a hard camp for Usyk. Out in the Olympic headquarters. Outside.
And new heavyweight champion of the world, the fighting pride of Ukraine, Oleksandr Usyk.
The most important fight took place on August 20th, 2022 in a rematch format. Before this fight, many had already written off not Usyk but Joshua, and in the end everyone was surprised too. Joshua took into account some of the mistakes of the previous fight, and now he was much more collected, with much better tactics for the fight, and went into it with noticeable progress in endurance. As a result, Usyk got one of the most difficult victories of his career.
Anthony Joshua trying to become a three-time heavyweight champion. There's good anticipation there by Joshua past. As Joshua now in pursuit of Oleksandr Usyk.
Oh, nice left hook over the top.
Joshua finding true confidence in his offense.
This has been the most dominant round that Joshua has shown